Deixa eu dizer o que penso dessa vida. Preciso demais desabafar.
Segura!
Deixa eu dizer o que penso dessa vida. Preciso demais desabafar.
Segura!
Deixa eu dizer o que penso dessa vida. Preciso demais desabafar.
Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Toronto Dog Whisperer. Sorry it's been a while, but you know, things have been busy and stuff, so thought I'd shoot another video and just go over some puppy training basics and introduce you to this cute little guy. Hey, who are you? This is Quinn. He's about a year old. He's a rescue from a kill shelter in the US. I think he is German Shepherd and Shar-Pei mix, but we're not sure. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. So I thought I'd take you guys through some puppy training basics. A year old is still a puppy. I mean, they don't need to be like 8 weeks old for them to be a puppy. He's still a puppy, so he's going to be going through his adolescence soon, and then of course everybody knows Mosley and Mackenzie. Those are my dogs. So I just have them for a day, so I thought I'd shoot this video. Come on, Quinn. You can see his recall is not great, but that's okay. That's one of the topics we're going to cover today, is what to do and kind of give you a priority list, because people often get overwhelmed when they get a dog and they don't really know what to teach them first and the rest of it. So I'll just take you through a few. So biggest one obviously are things that are practical. So things like house training. Quinn, Mosley, come on. Mose, come. Now my own dog won't come back. Mosley, come. There you go. Come on. Mosley. Come on. Such an old man. Come on, Quinn. Quinn, come get something to eat. Come on. Come on. He's getting a little bit farther. Of course, they don't want to cooperate. One of the hardest things to do with this video is work with the dogs and simultaneously record the video. So it's actually really difficult to do because I'm trying to focus on too many things at the same time. So the most practical, there you go, good boy, sit, are things that you use every day. So house training is probably number one, because you don't want them to relieve themselves inside. And I always try to explain things like on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being like the most difficult, and 1 being pretty easy. House training can be challenging, although this guy's pretty good. I think he only had 1 accident, and he was already pretty much house trained when we got him from the rescue. But yeah, so when you think of the stuff that you want to teach your dog, you always think of it in terms of like practicality and the things that you're going to use on a daily basis. And the more often you use it, the more practical it is, and therefore that's what you should be teaching them. Now, don't worry, this is all like puppy play, and just like wrestling. He's a very boisterous puppy. He likes to rough and tumble and get into it and run around and lie on his back and do all that fun stuff. So house training, definitely practical. Come on, get off. Things like sit, stay, come, lie down, off. Those are really functional as well, and those are really easy to teach. They don't take too long. And then you can graduate up to more and more difficult things. But the one thing that people don't really consider quote-unquote training is loose leash walking, and just walking with your dog on a nice loose leash. Super practical, because obviously you should be doing it, 3 times a day, that kind of thing. But a lot of people don't really put too much weight in it. But he walks really well. Like he walks loose leash really nicely. The thing that a lot of people struggle with is recall or come. Mostly off. Hey. And that's just a real big practice thing. So, come in. Good boy. Good boy. So you see I'm using kibble because you want to really celebrate every single time he comes back in the early stages of recall training. It's something that most people wait to call their dog back when they're doing something bad, or they have to leave, or things like that. So the dog doesn't necessarily want to come back because they know that they're in trouble, or the fun's going to end to the rest of it. So practicing inside is always the best place to start with. It's a controlled environment. Sorry for the noise. Come on. Boy. There you go. Sit. There you go. Down. There you go. Lovely. Look at that. He's very smart. He's a very smart boy. So what we're going to do is we'll let him take off for the rest of it. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference at this stage. We just want to practice with them. The thing is, take your time and really be patient and just practice a lot. A come or a recall is more difficult to train. I'd say it's definitely up there. I'm gonna say like 7 or 8 range, because they're off leash. Hey, come on, off, Kent. Don't worry, they're just playing. I know this sounds a little bit, so to the novice, dogs playing like this might sound intimidating, and they might get nervous, but it's just play. You can tell the difference pretty easily in terms of the intensity level. Come. Good boy. Sit. Look at those ears. Sit down. There you go. So you just want to take your time with it. Off-leash training is always, on the more advanced side. Technically, this is off-leash because he's not on a leash. But it's good because it shows them that you trust them, and they have that degree of freedom and stuff like that. So I'm not worried that he's going to take off or anything. Hey, off. Drop it is another pretty easy command that you should teach them early on, because if they have something in their mouth that you want them to drop, sometimes it's a safety thing. Hey, sit down. Good boy, all the way down. That's good boy. There you go. And you don't have to practice like 6-7 hours a day. I think the maximum you can do with them is probably about 45 minutes, and then they kind of get, information overload. Come on. Where's my good boy? Hey, Quinn, come. There you go. There you go. And then, so even now you can see, like, if using kibble, but I'm also rewarding him with affection at the same time. And that's what you wean them off from using kibble and stuff like that to just giving some affection as a reward. And that way you always have it with you. Come on, Quinn. Come on. Good boy. You can see if they get distracted, they're not necessarily going to want to come back immediately, and this is typical of early stage recall. You can see now he's coming. This is my boy. There you go. Sit down. There you go. Good boy. Down. You see I'm combining a number of things all at the same time. So if I was going to give a top tip, again, sorry about the noise. I live by an airport. It is what it is. You're combining a lot of stuff at the same time, and they're training all those things at the same time, and you don't need to do them all separately. And so he knows that when he comes back, that it's not the end of playtime. It's not like a negative thing. You definitely want to give them a positive association with their leash, in case you want to take them for a walk or put them on a leash for any reason. Come on. Come on. So we're going to do, this is a bit of off-leash training, early stages. Just want to get him used to it. Like, this is way more advanced, walking him off leash, which is what I'm doing now. He's walking with me. But it's always good to start. So you kind of layer in more advanced stuff along with more complicated stuff in the beginning. We're just going to show Morgan. You're walking off leash, aren't you? Hey, he's my good boy. So he's following me. I'm turning around and going in different directions, and he's just happy to follow me. That's good. That's good. That's good. Hey, Pop, sit down. Mosley. Good boy. Okay, go play. And so yeah, so just take your time with it. I definitely recommend signing up for some classes, or the ideal would be to get some one-on-one time with somebody who knows what they're doing. But from a dog psychology standpoint, training is like taking them to school. There you go. He's coming without me even calling him. And then the other big tip is combining hand signals. So that was for him to sit down, and then I'm going to point and it goes down. So you don't actually have to say sit, stay, come, whatever. There's no hand signals as well. Kenz, you're not listening. Kenz. There's, I'm sure Kenzie knows her hand signals. And you just take it in stages, and every day it gets a little bit better and a little bit easier than the rest of it. The thing to remember is that Rome wasn't built in a day. People go to university for 4 years. They go to college for 3 years, and the rest of it. I mean, you have your dog for life, so, take it one step at a time. Be patient with them, be patient with yourself. Involve everybody in the household whenever possible, and have fun with it. It's a great experience. It's a fantastic investment of time that'll pay dividends, and it's going to help you with all the other aspects of their life later on. And he's a great dog. Hey, pup, want to say goodbye? Hey, what do we say at the end of our videos? If you love your dog, take them for a walk. Until next time, have a good one.